imagine if you threw a mouse into a cup of water, it's instantaneously in a state of survival, right? And what do we know about survival? Everywhere I looked, when a body is thrown into a state where survival is turned on, does that, the entire mechanism, does it do its absolute best? Or does it handpick like, I kind of not really feeling survival today. I think I'm going to relax on a couple
Yeah.
of these factors. No, when you're in a state of survival, you're doing it your best. So what is important to also interject at this time is your best depends on what you've prepared for up into that moment, who
Mm.
you've been up into that moment. So there's got to be a level of grace that we put on ourselves during this time. And as just human beings being alive, if your body, if your heart, even if just your mind feels like you're in a state of survival, I promise you, you're doing the best you can with what you've got.
Mm.
But then the conversation is, okay, but the best I can with what I've got is not getting me where I want to go. Perfect. Now, the next best question is, how do I either increase the best, right? Or how do I access more? Or who do I have to become to have more available to me? And when I started going into that way of thinking, then the most beautiful thing came from that, which was the person that you become in order to get the results that you desire is the gift.
Mm. Oh, I
The
love that.
person that you become, the side effect is that your tissues change. And when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, that's beautiful. It's beautiful. And it is for you. And so again, it's how are you going to go through the time? Right? How are you going to ask questions? How are you going to live? And if you're faced with a huge diagnosis in this time and you need to do a lot, number one is to step back and have that, grace with your own self and be like, I've been doing the best I can with what I have. Why? Because you can't survive wrong. To look in on that mouse study and be like, that mouse survived wrong.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
Right.
But to look in on a human life right now that's saturated, pickled with adrenaline and stress, if they even turn on, the television once or talk to anybody down the street or watch anything that's going on top of everything that's going on in our families, on top of everything that goes on, as an individual navigating being an individual and needing to survive and needing to provide and needing to pay bills and needing to, and then the deeper soul heart work of, am I living my purpose? Am I, you know, giving worth and value back to the life that I've been given? And so then we look at a life and then we're like, oh, but you're surviving wrong. Impossible,
Mm.
right? Impossible. So one is to give grace to that situation, to see it for what it is, and then to take massive appropriate action.